Hey everyone, Mr. Lewis here, and you've guessed it, it is my turn for the social media takeover. I'm going to be setting you a bunch of PE challenges this week, surprise, surprise, that you guys can be doing to keep yourself fit and healthy. And I'll be also doing some competitions with prizes that we will get to somehow, but more about that later as the challenges go on. Today is just day number 1, and today we're going to start off with a theme that's going to be running throughout the week. Now, today we're going to be doing something based on something we do every single day in school, and that is the daily mile. Now, the daily mile is not just going to be 15 minutes of running, okay? I mean, it can be if you want it to be, all right, if that's your thing. But for those of us that are like, oh, running's a bit boring, or running, I really find it difficult, that's no reason not to do it. And I'm going to show you a nice, simple way, or loads of simple ways for that matter, to turn the daily mile, or transform the daily mile into something different every single day. A little bit about the daily mile. So daily mile was started in Stirling, Scotland, by a head teacher by the name of Elaine Wiley. And she is seen as an absolute legend in the world of PE and education. She introduced this initiative that is now participated in by over 3,600 primary schools. So, I mean, I'm not being funny, but it is very popular, and you guys are just following on a huge trend. And I really want to bring that home this week, literally bring it home to your homes. So I'm going to be showing you how you can do the daily mile in your garden, or in a short space near your home with your parents or with a responsible adult, or even in a park. And you don't need a huge playground like we have at McLeod, or you don't need to be necessarily in a huge park. You just need a space of about 10 meters. And I'm going to show you a little bit more about that shortly. The daily mile, it is an amazing way to boost your physical health, keep you fit and healthy, and your mental health, to keep you full of beans, okay? Just ask your adults. They will be so grateful for your exercise, and so grateful that you'll be full of beans, okay? And we all know how the old saying goes about beans. Beans, they're good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you... So, without further ado, we're going to head out into the garden, and I'm going to show you guys how you can be getting on with the daily mile. Let's do this. Hey all, so I'm heading out into the garden now just to show you how the daily mile will work. So the first thing I'll explain is that you need to have a course. Now I'm recommending 10 meters. So this is my starting point, just about here. And my end point is, you'll see over there in a minute, just marked out by a little, where my finger is, there's a little something on the ground there. It's like a hose attachment, a sprinkler. So that's a 10-meter line. Now you can use 5 meters in your gardens, and I'll explain how that will work later if it's a smaller garden, but it just mainly needs to be in a safe space, okay, where you can run back and forth. I'm going to show you how to mark out 10 meters. Now, if you've got a meter stick, great. If you've got, you can do that, place them concentrically in front of each other, or 1 meter at a time, should I say. But you can also I said concentrically then, didn't I? I should have said consecutively, sorry. But you can also use a tape measure if your parents have that, or you can just do, if you're a child doing it, sort of between 10 and 12 large steps. Yep. So I'm going to show you that now. Okay, so I'm going to walk in a straight line. Now I measured this out earlier, so this should work fine, but here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can see there, it reaches my 10-meter mark, okay? Now, obviously I've got bigger legs than the average child, so you might want to do 11 or 12 steps just to make sure, but ultimately you want to make sure that you have at least 10 meters to make sure that you're doing the mile. Now, I say 10 meters, that's the magic number, because a mile is approximately 1,600 meters. A little bit more than that, but that's what we're going to say for approximation's sake. This means that if you are going to run a mile, you're going to have to do, wait for it, 160 lengths. So that one length would be from here all the way out to the sprinkler hose that we just saw earlier, and that's one. Okay, now you could say 160 lengths, or you could say 80 back and forths. All right, so a back and forth, one back and forth would literally be at the start point. I'd run to the sprinkler and back, and that would be one back and forth. 80 of those would be 160 lengths or 1,600 meters, or your magic daily mile. All right, so I'm just going to pop you guys down in a minute, just show you how the daily mile will look. So I'll do a couple of shuttles. Here we go. One back and forth. Two. Three. Gonna do some skipping now. Four. 5. I'm going to mix up a little bit, some new movements. And so on and so forth. So I'm going to catch my breath back, and then I'm going to go through the specifics and some hints and tips for how you can do your daily mile challenge. Hey guys, I did a little bit more before I came back inside, so you might be able to see I'm a little bit sweaty here. So sorry about that. But whilst I'm here, I'm going to give you a couple more tips on doing the daily mile at home. So remember, you're measuring out a 10-meter gap in your home, like a 10-meter line if you like. And you can do that with obviously measuring equipment, or you can do it by doing 10 to 12 large steps. If you've only got a 5-meter gap at home, and you is in space for a 5-meter gap in your garden, then just do 5 meters. And then obviously you're doing the amount of lengths it takes to get to 1,600 meters. So there's a little bit of maths involved in there. But if it's a 10-meter gap, 160 lengths or 80 back and forth. And if it's a 5-meter length, then it would be 320 lengths or 160 back and forth. Okay, so just a little tip for you there, but there should be a visual on the screen now that shows you that. Remember to push yourself, but don't worry if you have to pause to take a breather. Okay, please don't worry if you have to pause to take a breather. Remember, this is your race. You're racing against yourself. All right, you're trying to be your personal best. So don't worry about what other people are doing. Worry about yourself. If you don't quite make it to a mile in 15 minutes, fine. It's not a problem. If you do, brilliant, well done. If you can push yourself to go further, absolutely. Push yourself, but listen to your body as well, okay? So, challenge yourself, that's the daily mile. There are so many benefits, like I mentioned before. You want to be full of beans. You also want to have good physical health as well as mental health. And ultimately, guys, we want to keep normality as much as we possibly can. So this is a good thing that you can do every single day. There will be themed challenges this week to the Daily Mile, but there will also be new things. So we're going to have a little bit of dance, ball skills and things like that. But every single day, as the Daily Mile is the Daily Mile, I will be posting a new Daily Mile challenge at the start of every video this week. And people who upload fantastic evidence of you guys doing the Daily Mile according to the themes will receive a mention in the video at the end of the week, and also will get some fantastic prizes as well if you're judged to be one of the best. So best of luck, let's get running, let's keep active, and I look forward to seeing a lot of your Google Classroom efforts this week. Take care, guys.